basically just fancy ice water dispensers. These sat on the bar tops or in the center of the table. These were always used by patrons and never by bartenders, which probably explains why many of the originals don't exist. They tend to get knocked over by drunken elbows, but they look great in the bar. This should be self-explanatory. Have you seen pouring absinthe through a sugar cube and lighting it on fire? Okay? This you see in Hollywood movies. This is 1990s, not 1890s. You will not find one piece of impressionist artwork or written description or anything that talks about lighting a sugar cube on fire. It didn't happen. And to be honest, why would you do it? If someone wants theatrics, fine. But really, you would put no more put flaming sugar into absinthe than you put caramelized sugar into a glass of Macallan 18. It doesn't help. Some of the advertisements from the period, during the heyday of absinthe, oftentimes showing women with a smile drinking absinthe. The label on the bottle says santé, no. C'est mon péché mignon, it's my little sin. One of the most beautiful pieces, Absinthe Breaux, 1896. Yes, absinthe was everywhere, and it was glorified. It was the social drink. It was a drink for the bourgeoisie, in the beginning at least. And you know about the artists and the poets associated with absinthe. We have Edgar Degas, who had a fantastic painting entitled Absinthe. He spent some time in New Orleans. We have Oscar Wilde, who once quipped with differences there between a glass of absinthe and a sunset. Pablo Picasso had numerous works that depicted absinthe. And French poet Paul Verlaine, don't know how he ever wrote anything because he was always drunk on absinthe like he is here. Toulouse-Lautrec, he was quite a character. He had a hollowed-out cane filled with absinthe. Vincent van Gogh's roommate, Gauguin, had a few paintings that depicted absinthe in the cafe culture. And of course, Vincent van Gogh. And everyone knows the story about Van Gogh. We'll come back to that in a second. But this is the first impressionist painting that featured absinthe, Edward Manet, 1859. Difficult to see it so bright here. But everyone recognized this beggar with a glass of absinthe next to him. Very, very controversial piece of art. Degas' L'Absinthe with French actress Ellen André sitting in a stupor at the cafe table with a glass of unmistakable hazy green liquid. And Vincent van Gogh with a glass of absinthe, his best friend, which really was not his best friend. You've heard the story about Vincent van Gogh drinking absinthe and cutting off his ear. Yours truly at the grave of Van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh had a lot of problems. Absinthe was one of his problems. That wasn't the bulk of his problem. Vincent van Gogh probably shouldn't have been drinking alcohol, much less mixing absinthe and cognac one after the other in succession while reading. Where did it all go wrong? It was a French psychiatrist that started realizing that these poor alcoholics that were coming to the sanitarium were absinthe drinkers. And so he created this theory that absinthe caused epilepsy, insanity, and degenerative birth defects. That's rather interesting. Science was rather interesting at the time. I love this old French medical journal that makes the claim, absinthe produces drunken rage.